got a busy day here, and I'm going to be bringing you guys along. So let me get you sorted and show you what's happening here. Of course, we've got inside this boxes, or these tubs rather, a few different kind of animals, and we're going to be unboxing them all today. And why do I have them? Well, these actually belong to our friend Tom Crutchfield. Tom's going through a tough time right now. He's got to leave his farm. He had to sell the farm, and he is moving to a new spot, and he does not have any facilities set up for any of his animals. So a few of his close friends have taken some animals. Myself, Ty Park, and a few other people have taken a bunch of his animals, and these are the animals that I'm able to work with here, that I have the room for. And you're going to meet them all today, and we're going to start things off with this first box. We just unloaded them. It was a bit of a chilly night, but things are warming up right now, so that's good news. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this first group of animals inside where the rhino iguanas live, because we want to keep an eye on them, because one of the females happens to be gravid, and we want to make sure we get these eggs because they're a cool species. I think you guys are going to be pretty stoked. I'm stoked because they happen to be the parents of animals that I have. If you guys are guessing right now, that's good. Maybe you'll guess pretty quickly here. But let's just get this undone. Let's make sure this is the right one, because we don't want to open the wrong one and have something else flying out of here. But here they are. These are the Burmese star tortoises that are the parents of my babies. So there's 5 of them. There is actually 3.2. We're going to take these, we're going to put them in this enclosure, because this big female here, well, she's gravid. She's got another clutch of eggs to lay. So we're going to go ahead and start with, I believe this is one of the females. It is. Here's one of the gals. Really beautiful species, and a species, as you know, are a bucket list species of mine. Now these guys are only going to stay here for a little while. They could stay here, I mean, here's the deal. They could be here a year, they could be here a month. But either way, we're going to help Tom out, and I want to show you where they're going to go. Now, they used to live in his backyard. He had a nice side yard, actually, that was completely enclosed. But I just want to keep these guys in here for a bit, because it's a safe spot. And as you know, nothing can get at the eggs. So we're going to let her out. She's going to start wandering around. This is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about this. So let's go ahead and get another. Of course, this is difficult to do with one hand. This is one of the males. See that? Long tail. It's a male. We're gonna double fist here, man. We got an armpit and I'm holding them. So here goes. But it's kind of an honor for me to help Tom out in any way, because Tom's been a good friend of mine since I really hung out with him in Australia way back, about 10 years ago now. And we hit it off, and he's invited me down to his house, and you guys have seen us down there. We've had a bunch of videos from his house, and it's very sad. I didn't want to film when I picked up the animals, because in addition to Tom having to sell the farm, another tragedy is happening at the moment. And sadly, you know, what's really sad about this is the fact that it's involving his wife, Stacy. Stacy's right now in a medically induced coma because she has asthma, but she contracted pneumonia. So there's an infection in her lungs. She's currently not able to wake up. They have her resting in a coma, but it's a very traumatic time for her and, of course, Tom. And so we're really hoping that things work out for the both of them, because, you know, Tom definitely needs his wife, and, you know, we're hoping for the best. So just send some healing vibes to Stacy and Tom, and hope that they can get through this kind of distracting and horrible part of their life in the best fashion. I don't know what I'd do if Kate got sick. It'd be a horrible thing. So we're really just sending positive vibes out to the Crutchfields. And in the meantime, we're going to just make sure that the animals are well cared for during this kind of transitional time here for them. So look at the size of this female, huh? And this is typical. The females get much, much larger than the males. They are really incredible. species of tortoise. And why do I love this species of tortoise? I love star tortoises. They're just a beautiful tortoise. Now, the Burmese stars, the interesting thing about them here in Florida is they do well in Florida, whereas the Sri Lankan and Indian star tortoises, they generally don't do so well. For whatever reason, the humidity seems to bother them, so that's kind of a problem. But you can see these are alert, healthy animals. They're going to wander around. This is a nice size enclosure for them. They're going to be protected since they are not mine. I want to make sure we get the eggs. I want to make sure everything goes right. And here comes Petra. She's going to come down and see what is going on here. What are these new moving rocks? Now, we do have the elongated tortoise in here. I'll probably grab them out and just place them over here in Lola's house. So let's do that just to double check. I think they're... Yeah, one, of course, is all the way over there. So that's going to be difficult for me to reach, but I do want to grab the one that's under here. Hello, you're already looking for this little house, huh? They love houses. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to grab this one out, and we're going to place it over here in this enclosure. And they'll be able to figure out the ramp, because if you guys remember, we did have some tortoises in here. We had the flavos in here. The Chinese box turtles would use this causeway, this bridge that I kind of built, or this ramp rather, that goes on up. And there's some nice morning sun right there. We've got water. So this is going to be a really cool little spot for them. I figured it's the safest place. Let's see if I can use my little thing here to kind of shuttle this little guy out. Let's see. And the funny thing about the elongateds is these are the tortoises that we found that have just basically, they were hatched in the ground and grew up here on their own at the camp without any intervention from me, which is just funny, I think. So it shows you this is a great species for Florida also. See how I'm using my head? You gotta use your head, kids. Think, okay? All right, good. Let's put this back down. Look at this. Beautiful. All right, now we got this tortoise. Very nice, very nice. Okay. There you go. One down, one up. So yeah, we're just gonna let these guys do their thing. Let Petra investigate and see how they behave, but this is great. They're getting a lay of the land already. And of course, I'll come out here and bring them up into the heat shelter when it's time for them to go to bed. So that's no big deal. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this situation. These guys are doing good. So that's what's going on with them. And we're gonna move on to our next animal. We'll let them get situated. We got fresh water filling up that little dish. And we're gonna just go ahead and let them get used to their new home. Go ahead, sweetheart. Investigate. Let's see what she does. She's like, what is going on? This is more tortoises than I'm used to. This is gonna be so much fun, isn't it there? Huh, Petra? It's gonna be fun for you. Look at them, they're slow and steady, no problem. Excellent. All right, well, the good news is we've got plenty of places for the female to lay, and that's important. So we'll keep an eye on her, make sure she lays. But now for our next group of animals, it's actually 1.1 of them. And one of them used to live here. One of them was mine in the past, and now she belongs to Tom. But the thing is, we've got to double check and make sure that our fence is secure, because there haven't been tortoises in this. Up, I gave it away. They're tortoises, but wait until you see how big they are. Let's walk back here and see what's going on. There's a bit of the fence that I just want to double check. I might have to throw a screw in it. But back here, guys, oh yeah, there it is. That's a problem. I knew I had to check this. Things get old, and there's not been anybody in this enclosure, so I'm gonna go ahead and secure this, but I think this is gonna be the best place to put them because it is a perfect scenario as far as their needs. Lots of leaf litter, lots of cover. And we have water out here, and yeah, so this is where they're gonna go. So let me go ahead and fix this right quick, and we'll get right back to it. You know, sometimes things present themselves and you have to adapt. This is quite rotted out, so I'm gonna wanna do a little bit something more involved. This fence is kind of gonna take more than just a few screws. So I've got an alternative. Let's go see what I'm talking about. We're gonna take a little ride in the Kubota, and we're gonna head on over to another part of the world, the Kamp Kenan world, that is, and I have a good alternative. It's always important to have options here at the camp, and we certainly have those. So check this out. These guys are gonna go move to the other side. We're gonna put them around the big pond because they ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter to them is what I mean. And they are gonna be excited. So let's take a ride. I thought I cleared it. What a dingbat. Good thing I got screws. Oh man, what a knucklehead. Oh, blimey. That was stupid of me. I thought I was going to be able to put the loader right on over, but clearly I didn't go high enough. That's okay, because I'm going to want to make this higher over here anyhow. But that sucks. Oh my goodness, what a dingbat. Well, you know, mistakes happen. Good thing I have all the tools I need to fix them. Wow, what a dingaling. Okay, let's fix it. Stop crying, get to work. Things happen. Things happen. Okay. Good news is we're just gonna fix it right like this. And we're going to put a couple more screws in just as an extra precaution. Yeah. But you see, this is one area I know I'm going to have a problem with because these guys can climb. So let's go get our post hole digger, put a post in here, and we're gonna get another piece of board. We're gonna raise it up. So looks like I do have some work to do anyhow. All right, we'll be right back. Oh boy, well, it ain't pretty, but it's functional, and it's so funny. Things always turn out to be a project. So we just nailed this up real quick. They won't be able to climb up here. The rest of the yard is secure, but we're gonna have a look at that. Let's move this guy, because he's last, off to the side for now. Okay, and let me show you what we are dealing with here. Oh my God, they are heavy. I am definitely not going to be able to do this one-handed, so we're going to go ahead, set you guys up right like that, and I'm going to start opening the bin. These guys are heavy, and as I said, they did once reside here at the camp, but it's been a while, and they've gotten bigger. So let me show you just how big they got. Oh boy. They're gonna have a nice big house. Holy smokes. All right, here's the little one. Oh, it's a Burmese black, a mountain tortoise. Nice, beautiful male right here. Oh my God, that's a cool tortoise, man. These guys are awesome. They're an ancient species of tortoise, the Menoria, Emmys Menoria, or is it Menoria Emmys ferri? This is a heavy tortoise, so I'm gonna put it down right here. Holy smokes. Oh, that's not easy. Oh, let's talk about him now.
Thank you to all our loyal Patreon members out there who have helped to create an amazing reptile community online with us. This week's shout out goes to Nathan Thuralt.
So yeah, these guys are the forest tortoise. There are two subspecies. There is the Menoria emmys, which is the brown mountain tortoise, and Menoria emmys ferri, the black mountain tortoise. And the way to tell the difference between the brown and the black is on their plastron. Oh my God! On their plastron, their pectoral scutes. If you can look at the seam, they come right into the midline, the seam right in the middle. The pectorals are right here, and that's the middle. On the brown mountain tortoise, those pectorals do not meet in the middle of the plastron. Let me show you now the big girl. This girl used to live here. She is huge and she is heavy, and I am gonna have to use all my strength to lift her up. So let's do that. Let's get her out here, then we're gonna wander the pond area and just make sure there's no other weaknesses that she may be able to get out of, okay? Because they can climb fairly well for tortoises. They are a mountain tortoise after all. So let's go ahead and see if I can yank them out. Oh, there's a lot of poop here. Oh yeah, I hear you. Oh my God, deadlifting a tortoise. That is a big girl. Let's go ahead and get her down real quick, okay? I hope you guys don't mind. Oh, let's get her down. Oh gosh. Okay. Holy smokes, here they are. The mountain tortoise. That is beautiful, huh? These guys are great. So they're gonna wander around here. There's plenty of grasses and things to eat. We do have the shade they like over here as well. They've got a water source. I'm not worried about them drowning at all. They love water. They can soak in it. They can hang out in it. They're with other Asian species over here. They can wander this whole area. They're very adept at maneuvering obstacles, so no drama there. And I just want to have a look. We've got the board here. No problem. I'll probably staple this, which is not a big deal. They can't push out. The bottoms here rot out. That's why you have the board. And we're also going to be doing this fence here coming up pretty soon. Pull out some weeds. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. We're going to have this whole area inaccessible to the pond turtles. So that's what's going to happen. We got all this plant material here, all this stuff growing up right now from these trees. I mean, I think that's an olive tree, to be honest. So let's get back to these tortoises. How cool is this, huh? They are spectacular little beasts, and they're the 4th largest tortoise in the world, believe it or not. So Menoria emmys ferri, really cool species. They are going to be hanging out here. They can take cold temperatures. They are found at altitude. We don't want them to freeze, but they can take cool temperatures, no problem. They are a hardy species, and that girl lived here for a long time, and I just can't believe how big she's gotten. That is incredible. They also have these really amazingly furrowed forelimbs, and they also call them the 6-legged tortoise, and I'll show you why. Because on their rears, they've got these long projections here, these tubercles that stick out. Very cool. They look Asian. They look like Asian art, and you can see how some Asian art has been inspired by the animals that actually live where these people or originate from, you know, where these people hail from. So it's really cool when you see the cultural influences that animals give artists. It's really incredible with the inspiration. So here he is, seeing her, but look at this whole area that they'll have. Excuse me, thank me, bless me. All right, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is do a quick survey of this place, and I'll be right back. So let's go do that. Look at that score, people. We got 13 eggs. They're probably grandest, so I noticed the nest. I dug them up, and these guys are just getting themselves warm in the sun. I didn't see any glaring problems with the fencing. So about the only thing I want to do is I'm probably going to get in here later, and I'm going to pick up a lot of this debris, and I'm going to go ahead and do some pruning of the tree line, of the fence line, to make sure that everything is secure and good. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But right now, let me go ahead and get our last animal out of the box. See you in a minute. Well, I guess the surprise is out, and that was none too soon. There's Bill. That's the surprise. Bill just broke on out. Holy smokes, that just happened, people. Incredible. All right, there's Bill, everybody. Now you know what we got. Holy smokes, I'm so glad that happened now and not last night. It must be a brittle thing. This is Bill. Bill is Tom's prized possession. It is his friendly and tame croc monitor. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and try and touch him or anything. We're going to let him settle in. The other thing here, friends, is that we also have Lulu hanging out in the hide. I wanted to get him out in the morning so he could figure this place out, see what it's got going on, and then he can explore and find the hide on his own. But we're also going to want to keep a good lookout on the interaction between Lulu and him. He is a gentle giant. That's what Tom has told me, and I trust Tom. Yeah, man, he just busted out. As soon as I put it into the enclosure, you saw where the video started. Bam, his head just popped right out. It was quite shocking. He just poked on out. That is incredible. So these are powerful animals. We are in the sun catcher cage. It's been retrofitted to handle a large croc monitor. So yeah, man, this is Bill. Hey, buddy. Now, of course, having these dogs barking might upset him a little bit, but we'll see. I do have a his and hers hide. She is in the big hide that we just put up, and we're gonna do another video on the interaction between these two. But I just wanted to get him out of that box, and he wanted out of that box as well. But you can see he's not freaked out by me at all. He's just kind of hanging, getting an idea. Look at this, it exploded. He exploded out of the lid. That is just incredible. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I am so happy that that did not happen while I was driving yesterday. That would have been a problem. And I didn't want to release him yesterday because it was cold last night, and also he wouldn't have a chance to really explore the sun catcher cage here. So, good boy. Hey, Bill. This is your new home for a little while, bud. Okay? And he seems really calm, but I definitely want to just give him the opportunity to figure this place out. So I'm not going to force any interactions with him. I'm just going to allow him to explore the enclosure and get a new sense of where he is. And then hopefully he and I will be able to build a really good sense of trust here at Kamp Kenan. And as I mentioned at the top of the video, I don't know how long these animals are going to stay here. They could be staying here for months. They could be staying here for weeks, possibly, who knows. But the one thing I can assure Tom and all of you is that we're going to make sure these animals have the best life, because that's what we do here at the camp. We make sure the animals are in good shape, that they're treated properly, that they can relax, and that they can just be what they are, be these beautiful creatures. So this is amazing. I'm so blown away at how he exploded out of that top of that thing. So yeah, he's gonna take a minute. The real challenge is gonna be figuring out, let's go see Lola, is figuring out whether or not she will accept him. And so I am gonna have to be on hand here and make sure that things don't get too wild between them. She is blind in one eye. She might be a little, concerned, but he's so much larger. I'm hoping that she'll just relax and just allow him to live here. You know what I mean? But we've got her hide, well, his hide. He will be able to curl up in this. And this is a really cool hide that I got from my friends at Bush Wildlife. But watch this. There she is on the heat mat. So she's in here, and he's eventually going to start exploring. Now, the thing is with the females, is they're the ones that tend to be a little bit more aggressive. So I'm gonna have to watch her. And I'm gonna have to like a pole to separate them and things like that. So that's what we're gonna be doing here, friends. We're gonna be making sure these animals don't kill each other. But here's Bill. Super chill Bill. Love you, man. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. This is awesome. Wow. So cool. You know what's not cool? Dogs. I love lizards. I don't like barky dogs. And I don't care who knows it. You guys are always like, oh, Kenan don't like dogs. That means something's wrong with him. It's not that I don't like dogs. Don't like barking dogs. That's it. That's my gripe. Anyway, there's no worse sound in my life. It's a barking dog. Sorry. Anyway, Bill's cool. Look at this. Hi, Bill. Good boy, Bill. Good boy. He is not showing any kind of distrust of me. So the reason Tom wanted him to come here is obviously he knew that I was going to provide him with a large enclosure. And I'm going to spend time with him. I'm going to keep interacting with Bill. Bill likes me. He's climbed on my head and on my hat when I visited Tom. So, you know, we have a really cool opportunity here, you know, to make sure that he continues to have that kind of action. All right. There he is. Good boy, Bill. Good boy. Let's just see what kind of boy. Oh, he's all right. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, Bill. That's a good boy. You got some nice sun coming out today, and you're gonna be fine. That sun, he's trying to get to it right now. Whew! Oh my gosh, that's been an exciting, that was an exciting way to end this video with him just blasting his head out of the box. But look at this, he's climbing up. We might have an interaction here real quick. Let's see. I better get prepared for that. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna end this video. We'll start it up again with a new video about how these guys interact with each other. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We'll see you again on another episode really soon, and I'll talk to you all later. So long.